spotlight is broken. That's why it never hits us, but I think it just hit me the reason Kims with convenience stores get pushed aside, pushed behind Kims with sex tapes, and that way the spotlight is broken. I said the spotlight is broken. We've been living in the dark. Hidden in the dark, but we are living in the dark, and it's time, it's enough. It is time to erupt. The spotlight is broken, but we're about to leave them shook. You have spotlights for eyes. It's time to take a look. Let's.
Spotlight on Dumbfounded, a rapper of humble beginnings, who grew up Korean American, who immigrated to the States illegally with his sister, who was known as Chino, a rebel amongst rebels. Like all of us, he was struggling to find his place in society, following an unpopular path for Asian Americans. But he is not just a rapper, he is a storyteller, telling his story through lyrical words and rhymes. Breaking boundaries, starting a revolution, setting a higher standard for Asian Americans worldwide, making his mark in America. And despite the struggles and hardships, he conquered his quests with style and brilliance. Will he ever finish telling his story? No one knows for sure. One thing we know is, the only person ever standing in your way is you.
Spotlight on Jeremy Lin. Thank you, Jeremy Lin, for not giving in, even when the entire world was against you. When things like fried rice, General Tso's, and beef lo mein were all names that they called you. When insults like squinty eyes, oriental, your achievements are accidental, were all things they said to you. When making it to the NBA is something they said you can't do. But later on, you proved them all wrong. You showed that you have what it takes to belong. You verified that us Asians can play more than just ping pong. We're spending all of our time on games such as mahjong. And on February 4th, 2012, you changed the course of the Knicks' entire season. And on that day, you became the reason that millions of Asian Americans felt empowered to pick up a ball and play. And on that day, you became a star, shining so bright beyond the confinements of race and color, sending a message to the world that's priceless in dollars that you weren't the first, and damn hell won't be the last. It doesn't matter how many times you're harassed, cause you'll keep going, and you'll keep fighting, and you'll keep playing. Thank you, Jeremy Lin, and keep doing you.
Spotlight on Ai Weiwei. Art and activism, modern China's Achilles heel. His childhood was communism, propaganda, repression, and poverty, with his father mopping the bathroom floors. Young Ai Weiwei was confused as to what he stood for. Was it for his country, his self-expression, or just his identity? He's been locked away, stripped of all his personal belongings. He's been stalked by the government police, invaded and violated of personal space. But still, he continues to make art, to make conversation, to make the world see the ugly truth, the truth that relentlessly cuts at his throat. His exhibition of porcelain sunflower seeds, connotations of human compassion, he provides a place for pleasure, kindness, and friendship. In a time of uncertainty, we thank him. In a time of uncertainty, we thank him.
Spotlight on Feminist 5. A band of fearless defenders, challengers of the powers that be, imprisoned for fighting their spiritual imprisonment, for rebelling against the patriarchy, for rebelling against harassment and abuse. They are grassroots grave robbers, taking back what was long ago stolen from them, from their country, and from the women they have known. When Lee wanted to explode, she said, perseverance, bravery, endurance. When she thought of the injustice, she said, perseverance, bravery, endurance. Let's look to ourselves and say, perseverance, bravery, endurance.
Spotlight on parents. Drag it back to the ones that got us here, dropping their whole lives to get through the border. Feeling fear. Drag it back to the ones that got us here, dropping their whole lives to get through the border. Clinging together, choked on fear. Choked on fear. Choked on fear. Crushing themselves on a 5,000-year grind, sending their checks back to the homeland, or leaving filial piety for others to find. But what about their children, playing board games made from paper, asking what they eat, if there's more bites high or any meat? Studying above the laundry, looking for that bite they were tasked for finding, or playing in the kitchen while their parents searched for silver linings.
Consider this thought. Ponder on if it's true. Wonder if our peoples are built on just U's and I's. Remember then that we were raised by our nanais on their siumais and their white lies, and if offered help, their ngoi size. And know if everything they hoped for came true. And if it all happened the way it was supposed to. Remember that their dreams became you. So help them make their dreams bear fruit.
Spotlight on. Asian Americans of this generation, we overcame and conquered our burdens of our being. Seldom do our stories receive the limelight because upbringing in America and American-born are easily taken for granted. And having been criticized from both ends of the spectrum, not enough this, too much that. What is this? Are we a, or what is this? Are we a recipe to be perfected? Fuck no, there are no prerequisites, only preconceptions of what deems you as Asian or American. But we struggle with segregation of our own identity, fought in our own battles in which we didn't know which side to fight for, contemplated in the act of submerging ourselves into culture and claiming it as our own. But we are the proof of integration. We reclaim our culture, our people. We persisted to identify ourselves as our own. Only us can define who we are. Not half, not one or the other, but wholly and unapologetically, we are us. Wholly and unapologetically, we are us. We are all different.